Hello and welcome to 360 Sports, the first of the year 2024. It's a brand new year and it's a sporting year. Why did I say it's a sporting year? The AFCON is just 12 days away from now. A lot will be happening in the year 2024. We know the Paris Olympics is also bid for this year with the Winter Olympics. A lot of sporting events that Nigeria will be participating in individually and team sports. All of them lined up for the brand new year 2024. And I know that wish you happy new year from 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashemi, and I will not be doing this alone. The fans out there, our sporting fans out there, will have opportunity to call in on the program and also share their views on this particular topic. We know that, like I said, 12 days away from now, the AFCON will be kicking off in Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, precisely. And that's on the 13th. That is when competition will start, and Super Eagles will be playing their first game on the 14th, just weeks away from now. So if you look at it, 12 days it is from today, the 1st of January, that the AFCON 2023 to be played this year will be happening in Cote d'Ivoire. So a lot of this has been lined up on the program, and also have Oku David who will be joining me via Zoom to discuss a lot of stories on the program, alongside with the sporting fans out there. You call in on the program. The number will be shown on the screen, where you can reach us and tell us your view about this particular topic that I'll be putting out there for the first show of the year 2024. Okay, let's begin on that note. We have a focus, and the focus is this. The topic is, can the Super Eagles of Nigeria win AFCON 2023? We are gunning for the fourth title. We've won it 3 times. The last time was in 2013. If you look at 2013 to now, you know it's quite a number of years, but we are hungry. We want to win the 4th one, and then see how we can put smiles on our face. And the coach of the team, Jose Peseiro, has been talking tough. So like I said, you have the opportunity to call in on the program, react to these, and then some other topics you would like to react to on the show. Okay, let's begin. Let's quickly leave that while your call coming. Let's look at these also. Still on the AFCON, where Jose Peseiro, the Super Eagles coach, is talking tough ahead of the tournament. He said he eyes trophies with Nigerian Super Eagles. And if you look at from other sections, a lot of persons are not really satisfied. They are not satisfied with the style of Jose Peseiro, with the style of coaching the Super Eagles. And if you look at the 25-man list that was released, a lot of questions has been asked. We have a new goalkeeper who keeps for Chippa United in the South African League, Stanley Nwabili by name, who has been drafted in alongside Ojo Olorunleke of Enyimba, the only home-based player that is in the Super Eagles. And then we have Francis Uzoho, who's also in there. So who is going to be in between the sticks for the Super Eagles of Nigeria is now left for Jose Peseiro. But before then, he is saying he is eyeing the trophy with the Super Eagles, with the team of Nigeria. He wants to win it. He wants to win the 4th title for Nigeria. How ready is he? How ready is the team? And if you look at the whole scenario, like I said, a lot of persons are not really happy with Jose Peseiro and not with the team also, because of some of our lackluster performances that we've been seeing for quite some time. And if you look at it, the Super Eagles have the talent, they have the players. Individual talent is in that team, but are they really playing as a team? That's a question we need to ask ourselves, and that is a question we need to Jose Peseiro and the entire team need to answer. Are they really playing together as a team? So all right, I have, like I said, Oku David will be joining me via Zoom, and also the fans, you'll be calling on the program. Can the Super Eagles win AFCON 2023? Just 12 days away from now. All right, Oku David, welcome to 360 Sports for 2024. You're welcome to the show. Jose Peseiro eyes the AFCON title with Nigeria. Do you agree with him? Does he have that pedigree, the tactics, the charisma to actually lift the 4th title for Nigeria?
Many thanks for having me, Emmanuel Fashemi. Thank you so much to 360 fans, for also viewing and as we grace the program in 2024. Yes, the big question, can Nigeria win the AFCON? I believe that for every Africa Cup of Nations, the Super Eagles participate, it is expected that they win. That is the pedigree they have on the continent. From when they won their first title in 1980 to the second one in 1994 and back to 2013. I heard you talk about the time frame from 2013 to now. That's a decade or more than a decade now. Nigeria triumphed. Can they win it? Yes, on the evidence of the quality in their squad, personnel. Yes, they can win it. They have experienced players. But tournaments are not won by this. Tournaments are won by rigid teams who come together to show compactness, who come together to show, ruthlessness, who have, a possible target in mind when they start the competition, attacking together, defending together, in trying times, they stay in the game. They don't need to even be the best of the best to win competitions. Like if I can mention, back in Cameroon, Senegal, yes, a lot of people will say scored a lot of goals, but what saw them through was their unity, as a team. And then back then again, we have other Africa Cup of Nations that have been won by some of the other teams. It was the unity, the ability to stay together in trying times during matches when the opposition turned up the steam and they were together, they defended together, not getting yourself sent off. The discipline too is also important. So yes, Nigeria can win it, but I doubt if we can. I doubt if the fourth title will be coming home as it is being, said in the media space. Because looking at the team, I think there's a lack of cohesion in the side. There is a lack of the element, that is needed, to go on and win competitions. Pashemi, we invited only 5 midfield players. And I want to ask a question. 5 midfield players means we are going to start with at least 3 in one match.
Yeah.
And that's 2 left on the bench. What if we have a shortage due to injury? What happens? CAF has given all the national teams until the 3rd of January to make their final submission. That is when the window is going to end. So I still believe that Jose Peseiro can look back into the squad and say, who can I bring in from Europe? Who can I bring in from the local league to add impetus into the midfield position? Because we are light there in the midfield. And anything that happens, any scratch, Nigeria will face an uphill task in that department. Looking at the forward line, it's a devastating forward line. The 2 victors, they are good scoring goals, banging, with their respective club sides. They've been in fantastic form, and other guys who've been called up, to support the attack too. Moses Simon is evergreen. Samuel Chukwueze on the wings, I'll be expecting bigger things from him, He needs to be more penetrative. If you're not penetrative, then you need to support very well. You need to provide ammunition. You need to provide assist. Nigeria needs to lay down a marker from the first game. We did that in the last AFCON in Cameroon, but ill discipline, and a lack of ruthlessness cost us against Tunisia in the round of 16 in Garoua. I believe that we have learned our lesson, but I need to see Jose Peseiro make a move very quickly and add midfield players to what we have already, because what I'm looking at, it's very light, Pashemi.
Yes, it's very light. What you're looking at, I actually agree with you on that, because looking at the midfield, just 5 midfielders, and the inclusion of my worries is the inclusion of Joe Aribo. Though he got his first goal in quite a number, in about 18 games for Saturday, haven't they been relegated to the championship? Though they are, I think, 3rd on the championship table. I think they are 3rd there, about 4th on the championship table, with Leicester City leading the charge in the English Championship. Now, for Joe Aribo coming into the side, I don't know, because he just hit his form just weeks ago. His inclusion into that midfield, is it a good one?
Yes, it's a good one. Joe is an experienced player. He's someone you can rely on. It's an opportunity for him to, play and to compete for us. It's favorable. He hasn't, been a player that has expended a lot of energy in the first half of the season. So we can rely on him to come in with his abundant energy and, his little bit of carrying of the ball forward. Yes, his passing range is not that great. I thought as he grew into his career, he would have improved that aspect of his game. Yeah, but I'm still looking to see how it happens. We have Will there, Wilfred and Didi, then Joe Aribo too. Like you said, form has not been that great. Injuries too have blighted him at some point. But I think it's a good feeling to have him alongside Wilfred and Didi in that midfield. My problem is someone who can, just control the game for us and take it away from others. Taking the game by the scruff of the neck or grasping that midfield is very important because, let's say, for instance, Super Eagles take the lead in game. When you need to slow it down a little bit, you need players to do that, and we do not have that.
Okay, you need players to slow it down, and we do not have that. Ever since Jay Okocha left the Super Eagles, we don't really have that creativity. Somebody who can carry the ball, move the ball forward, drag a lot of players close to him, and create space for other players to actually have chance to at least bang in the goals. But let's look at it this way. We've looked at the midfield, we've looked at the attack. We have we have a very wonderful striking force right now. Now the defense and then the goalkeeping position. Now Stanley Nwabali from Chippa United of South Africa has been drafted in, and Maduka Okoye was not called into this. We have Stanley Nwabali, Francis Uzoho, and Ojo Olorunleke of Enyiba International. Now, from your own point of view, do you think we are good with the number of players we have in the defense, and then the goalkeeping position between Stanley Nwabali? Okay, let me say the three goalkeepers. Who would you prefer Jose Peseiro should use?
Well, I don't have a preference really. Francis Uzoho has been the mainstay in the team. I think some Super Eagles fans or Nigerian football lovers are beginning to forget that this same Francis Uzoho was at Russia 2018. So it's a long time ago. This goalkeeper has been, in the team, and big things are expected of him at the AFCON. When I went around the team during covering competitions, that period when Uzoho lost his place, I didn't really like what I saw about him. He didn't really look happy. He looked like someone who has that little bit of inferiority complex about him. And that has proved over time, because just last year, that 2023, just last year, sometimes when he doesn't perform well and the fans get on his back, he goes to his social media to go and throw the fans. How can you do that? You go to your social media to throw the fans. So that's a bit of inferiority complex. You need to take responsibility if you're not doing well. I think he needs to only look at Andre Onana, who is at Manchester United, the Cameroonian goalkeeper who has also left for the AFCON. When he makes a mistake, he comes out and says, my hands are up, the mistake is mine, I take responsibility, and I hope that I can improve. Have you ever heard that from Uzoho?
No.
Have you heard that from Uzoho before? No, you've never heard that from Uzoho. Nigerians have never heard that from Uzoho. So I'm thinking now, Stanley Nwabali, Olorunleke Ojo, looking at who is ahead of them in Uzoho because he's a bigger guy in the team, is he really an ideal role model for them to look at? So the goalkeeping situation is a conundrum for us, which we haven't solved heading into this competition. And Uzoho, I'm sorry to say, is just a mistake waiting to happen. Unless he proves us wrong, he needs to steady himself, he needs to focus, he needs to leave social media, he needs to concentrate. He has cost us a lot of times, not once, but twice. I can go on and count. Even Daniel Akpeyi, who was the Nigerian goalkeeper, didn't make as much howl as Francis Uzoho has done. But Nigerians crucified Akpeyi. Nigerians totally cancelled Daniel Akpeyi. But Francis Uzoho has been chosen now to the team. I wish him the very best as we all go to back the Super Eagles. And I hope that he can gain his concentration. I hope he can steady himself and know that, Nigerians, or a whole of 200 million people, will be looking up to him to perform.
Okay, we'll be looking up to Francis Uzoho to perform. It's not left for the coach to decide who is going to start between the three goalkeepers. It's just 12 days away. You have the opportunity to call on a program that is focused. We are looking at AFCON. We are looking at the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Can they win the AFCON 2023 in Cote d'Ivoire? 12 days to the tournament kickoff in Cote d'Ivoire, and our first game will be on the 14th of January. So I'm waiting for your call. Calling on the program. Let's hear you. I know it's a new year. I know we are all out there feeling the vibes and the groove of the new year, of a brand new year, which we'll look forward to in the sporting world, as it's going to be a good year for Nigeria when it comes to sports-wise, beginning with the AFCON 2023. So calling on the program, the number is on your screen. Let me hear your views. Let me know what you think. If you think the Super Eagles can win the AFCON title for a record fourth time this 2024, or probably you think they will not even surpass the group stage. The number is on the screen. Just calling on the program, and we will be hearing your views. Okay, let's leave that story while we wait for your call. Let's quickly look at this story still on Nigerian players, but this time around, well, let's talk about the women. We have our Super Falcon striker Ifeoma Onumonu, who is delighted to join Utah Royals FC. She was formerly of Gotham FC, that is in the United States of America. That is the women's soccer league in US, where she plies her trade. Now she has joined the new Utah Royals FC, a new club who were champions last season. Okay, we'll have a caller on the show. Your name and where you are calling us from. Happy New Year to you. Okay, if you can reach us back, please call us back. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your own views. If definitely the Super Eagles can win the AFCON title. Jose Peseiro is also saying, I want to win it with Nigeria. So let's see how it goes. We're waiting for your call. All right, like I was saying, Utah Royals FC is a club in United States of America that is the women's league. Now, she has left Gotham FC after she has played 100+ games from Gotham FC. She joined that team in 2018-2019 season. Okay, we'll have a caller on the show. Your name and where you are calling us from. Hello, your name and where you are calling us from. Okay, we lost that call again. We hope the signal will be clear for you to reach us. All right, for David. Now, this lady, she's doing so well with the Super Falcons. She has joined a new team, the 9th player to join Utah Royals FC.
Yes, pardon me a little bit. I'm just looking from side to side. I'm trying to be street smart, you know. I'm on the road. So yes, Ifeoma Onumonu, a super player for the Falcons, you know, she took to her Instagram official page to announce that she's left Gotham FC, and I'm happy for her being able to join another club. It's a new beginning for her. You know, anytime she's playing for the Falcons, she gives her all. You always see her sprinting, running, even when the goals do not come. You cannot fault her for her work rate. You cannot fault her for her link-up play. You cannot fault her for her endeavor. She's like a wolf, you know, leading that line for the Falcons. And I hope that she can join the team as soon as possible for the Olympic qualifiers against
all right, David, you have to hold your thought there. You have to hold your thought there. We'll have a caller on the show. Your name and where you are calling us from.
My name is Ben Aldatebu. I'm calling you from Mararaba, Karo, local government, Nasarawa State.
Okay, welcome to the show from Mararaba, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's hear you.
With what you are discussing about Super Eagles winning the AFCON 2024. It's possible, but not with the present coach, Peseiro. Because with all the qualified series and all the friendly they are playing, I didn't see any part that will qualify them to win the AFCON Cup. If they must win it, it's possible. If they must win it, they must remove that coach and bring somebody that knows what he's doing. That is what I have to say. Thank you, sir.
All right, Ben, just straight to the point. If they want to win it, they have to bring in new coach, but it's too late for us to actually hire a coach. Just 12 days to the tournament. If you bring in a coach, a new coach now, it's going to disrupt the whole plans of the team. But let's see how it goes. He said if the Nigerian wants to win it, if the Super Eagles want to win it, they should bring in another coach. He doesn't have faith in Jose Peseiro. Okay, David, back to you. You were talking about Ifeoma Onumonu.
Yes, it's a good one, and I hope that she can return to the Falcons as soon as possible. We have a qualifier for the Olympics against the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon in February, I think. So it would be nice to have her back, nice to have others back too. The new beginning for her. I wish her the very best as she tries to acclimatize to, you know, the surroundings there of the Utah Royals. Good one for Ifeoma Onumonu.
Okay, good one for Ifeoma Onumonu, who plays her trade in the United States of America. That is the Women's Soccer League in the U.S. And now with Utah Royals, her new club, and they will be resuming for preseason training from January 27th for the new season. All right, let's leave it for Onumonu and go straight to the EPL. There were actions in the English Premier League. yesterday. That's the end of the year for 2023. It's a new year, and there were actions in the league where a lot of questions has been asked. A team that started well, now they are now feeling the heat of what losses is all about. All right, let's quickly look at the result of the English Premier League that was played on Sunday right there in England. For Arsenal, it's not a good result, but for Tottenham, the two London teams, one lost and the other one was able to win her own game. Okay, let's look at it. It's a London derby. Fulham against Arsenal at the Craven Cottage. It was 2-1 against Arsenal. Arsenal went up early in that game, but Fulham had to come back from behind to level up things and eventually get the winner at Craven Cottage. And then Tottenham Hotspur defeated AFC Bournemouth. Okay, we have a caller on the show. Your name and where you are calling us from. Hello. Okay, we lost the caller. For Tottenham, they defeated Bournemouth 3-1 in that particular game, and Senegalese Papi Sarr got one of the goals in that particular game, and he limped off from that game. He was substituted due to injury, and it's not a good news for Senegal as the AFCON is about to start 12 days away from now. And it were two games in the English Premier League on Sunday. All right, let's quickly look at the table while we wait for your call to come in. Let's look at the table. Let's look at how things are standing. Arsenal had the chance to go at the top of the table, but they lost their game. Now Liverpool remains at the top of the table, who have a game in hand, 42 points with 23 goal difference. Aston Villa is following on the second with 42 points and 16 goal difference. We have Manchester City on the third position with a game in hand, also with 40 points. Arsenal, after losing that game, they have 40 points with 17 goal difference. Tottenham following closely with just 1 point separating them. The two London clubs with 39 points, and West Ham United is on the 6th position. Another London club, three London clubs following each other with 33 points. We have Manchester United fumbling and wobbling. Manchester United on the 7th position with 31 points. Brighton is on the 8th position with 30 points. Chelsea occupies the 10th position with 28 points. Let's look at the flip side of the table quickly. Let's see the other side of the table. We have Wolves on the 11th position with 28 points. Bournemouth is on the 12th position with 25 points. And we have Sheffield United at the rock bottom of the league with 9 points from 20 games, and the Burnley is on the 19th position with 11 points, while Luton Town on the 18th position with 19 points. And for Everton is on the 17th position with 16 points. We just hope if Everton wins that case, definitely their 10 points that were deducted will be reversed, and you know what that means. With the number of points they have now, it's going to be 26 points, and you know where they will be at the top of the table. All right, let's leave the EPL, let's leave the round leather game, and we will look at this story concerning a legend. I call him a legend of the sport. Rafael Nadal looks beyond 2024. But he's gradually coming back, though he lost his doubles game in the Brisbane Open. But the single games, he will be facing former US champion Dominic Thiem in a comeback match after he suffered injury all through the year 2022. And in 2022, he was ranked 352. But right now, he's ranked number 98 in the world. David Oku, this man, injury didn't help him at all. For almost 2 years, he was out not playing tennis.
Well, it's a good comeback for Rafael Nadal, just to stay professional. Yes, I'm going to say he's one of those who have given tennis a whole lot, you know, with his game, with his titles, with his trophies, and with his leadership mentality. He has a foundation in Spain, in Mallorca, and all of those. I like him. But I didn't like the fact that he had a go at Novak Djokovic. If you put Djokovic alongside Nadal, Djokovic is the GOAT. So Nadal should know when they are goods of goods and should take it easy. You recall when Djokovic had an issue to go into Australia because he didn't want to take the vaccine. Nadal was one of those tennis stars to come out on social media to talk about Djokovic, which didn't really go down well with me. But I'm not going to cancel him. I wish him the very best as he makes his comeback against Dominic Thiem. I'm going to be supporting and championing Thiem to win that one. But that's not taking anything away from Rafael Nadal because he's one of the greatest tennis players of all time.
Yes, he's one of the greatest tennis players still living, still around, and he is looking beyond this year to continue playing tennis. These two guys, between Dominic Thiem and Rafael Nadal, they've met 15 times with and Rafael Nadal winning 9 times, and Dominic Thiem just 6 out of those 15 meetings between both players. All right, let's leave that story and go back to round that game. But this time around, let's quickly look at this particular one where Manchester City is snapping up every good player out there. Now, this young man did so well in the Under-17 World Cup, and now Manchester City have reached an agreement with River Plate midfielder Claudio Echeverri. Fantastic player, though he will not join Manchester City now. He will remain at River Plate on loan until he can come to England. He's just 17, and you know, when you're 17 years old, a lot of paperwork need to be done to join up teams in England. But he's a fantastic player. I think Claudio Echeverri additions to Manchester City is a fantastic one.
Yes, they go for the top talents, and the top talent doesn't necessarily mean they need to spend, you know, a lot of bucks on it. Like a certain club, which I heard you say wobbling and fumbling, you know. Out of the teams in the top 10, it was only Man United that is fumbling. Or we saw Chelsea in the 10th position. Chelsea has maintained that position for a whole year, but Fashemi, you went for only Man United. Well, that's noted. But Echeverri is a talented player. I saw him playing for Argentina at the Under-17. He was world-class. He can do well from deep. He can do well when even unleashed forward, controls the game very well. So it's a good addition to Manchester City. Their scouting department is top-notch, and we should give them credit for that because they continuously attract the top talents. As you can see in their team, a lot of talents across, you know, even the young ones that Pep Guardiola has brought through the academy, talented and doing very well. It's a model for other clubs to follow, that Manchester City do not just go into the market to buy players because of the money they have. They also go for the talent, which they don't need to spend a lot of bucks.
Okay, they don't need to spend a lot. All right, quickly before we go on the show, let's look at this story about David. You will not react to it, where Liverpool actually monitors Olise. We know he's a Nigerian but playing for the French national team. Liverpool monitors Crystal Palace Michael Olise. All right, that is where we'll leave it on 360 Sports. David Oku, thanks for joining me on the show. This first show of the year 2024. It's a wonderful one having you on the show.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity, Fashemi.
All right, that is it from 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashemi once more saying Happy New Year to all our sports fans out there.